Welcome to the Season of Self-Love podcast. I am your host, Nyomi Banks, and I am thrilled to have you join me on this transformative journey. You see, every day we dive into a powerful conversation about self-discovery, healing, and empowerment. This podcast is brought to you by Ask Nyomi and Elevate Me Self-Discovery, where we believe that loving yourself is the first step to living a fulfilling life. You can expect insightful discussions, practical tips, and inspiring stories. Plus, we'll occasionally welcome special guests who will share their unique perspectives on self-love and personal growth. So get comfy, grab your favorite beverage, and let's embark on this journey together. Because it's time to embrace the beautiful person that you are. So let's elevate our lives one episode at a time. Now let's get started. My beautiful soul, welcome back to this Season of Self-Love podcast. I am your host, Nyomi Banks, and I am so grateful to have you with me today as we continue our series on living life abundantly. Today we are diving into a powerful world of manifestation. Yes. And how can we bring our dreams to life? By aligning our thoughts, our feelings, and our actions with our goals. But before we dive into today's topic, it's all about manifestations, our dreams, right? We'll explore what manifestation really means, the science and the psychology behind it, and some practical techniques that you can start by using right away to create life you desire. And I'll also be sharing some inspiring listeners, a listener's letter, and introducing our exciting 10-day book challenge with Bob Proctor's Change Your Paradigm, Change Your Life book, which starts on Monday, November 11th. But before we really get down to it, let's take a quick break, and then when we come back, we're going to get started, all right? It's your girl, the goddess, Nyomi Banks, here on the Season of Self-Love podcast, and we'll be right back. Hey, it's your girl, the goddess, Nyomi Banks, and make sure you tune in every Thursday night to Ask Nyomi Bridging the Gap podcast, where we talk about everything from love, sex, relationship, cultural differences, and so much more. We're bridging the gap between them all, and we even talk about spiritual uplifting. You need to stop by me and Dr. Mike, as well as the BTG crew. We have some amazing guests that come through. You never know. Just make sure you tune in Thursday night, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Go to AskNyomi.com and tell them Nyomi sent you. What are some common barriers that prevent people from expressing? Hey, it's your girl, goddess, Nyomi Banks, here from the Season of Self-Love podcast.
Yeah, I would say remorse. So shame and guilt is a very dividing emotional.
Now, these are one of the many amazing conversations that we have every day, Monday through Friday, right here on the Season of Self-Love podcast with myself, Nyomi Banks, as well as our resident therapist, Dr. Will Washington of Washington Wellness Institute. Come by.
The reality of our relationships with people.
Come by.
And a lot of times we're afraid of how people look at us. And so that compassion can't enter.
You can hit us on our website,
really
the Season of Self-Love podcast.com.
Let me ask you this, with the truth, is it...
All right, well, welcome back to the Season of Self-Love podcast. I am your host, Nyomi Banks, and we are continuing the conversation on this month's series, Living Life Abundantly. Today, we're talking about manifestation. But before we begin, let's start with a short, grounded meditation just to center ourselves and open up the energy of abundance, all right? So if you are in a safe space, I invite you to just close your eyes for a moment, or just simply relax and take a deep breath in. Exhale slowly. Now as you breathe, I want you to imagine that each inhale fills you with a possibility. And each exhale releases any doubts or fears. I want you to let your mind open to all the wonderful things that you want to bring into your life. I want you to breathe in abundance. And exhale out limitations. want you to imagine a warm light just surrounding you right now. And as that light closes in on you, I want you just to envision yourself manifesting everything that your heart desires. Now I want you to take another deep breath in. Hold for a moment. Now exhale. One more last deep breath in. Now exhale. Now when you are ready, just open your eyes and bring you back to this present moment. All right. If you are new here to the Season of Self-Love podcast, this is something that we do every day, Monday to Friday, just to help ground ourselves before we get into the topic at hand, all right? All right, first let's talk about what manifestation actually means. At its core, manifestation is the process of bringing something into reality through our beliefs, our thoughts, and our actions, right? It's about setting clear intentions for what we want to achieve or experience, then aligning our mindsets, our emotions, and our actions to make it happen. You know, there's a lot of psychology behind this process. So when we focus on a goal with a positive and expectant mindset, our brains start looking for ways to make it into a reality. This is called a Reticular Activating System. It's the part of our brain that filters information and draws our attention to things that are aligned with our goals. So when we truly believe in our dreams and focus on them consistently, we start to see opportunities and take actions that bring us closer to those dreams. So in the book right now that I'm reading right now, and is going to be a part of the 10-day, it is about the 10-day book challenge that we have, Change Your Paradigm, Change Your Life by Bob Proctor. He speaks about your desires and about going beyond the surface level of your conscious, being more intentional, but not only that, but also feeling in emotions, being emotional, feeling your manifestation is more of a feeling for emotions, your desires, going beyond. So with your visualization, we talked about that early on, and we're going to talk about it more throughout this series, is you going beyond the why. You understand why you have to do it. Now you feel it. Now you understand what it is. Now you want it. Now you breathe it. Now you smell it. You feel it. Earlier this week, I had to keep going back to the mouse. I talked about the mouse and how I visualized me catching the mouse in the box. And I wasn't going to kill the mouse. I was just going to capture the mouse, put it in the box, and take it outside and let it go about its way. But in the process of me visualizing this mouse in this box, the mouse was shaking in the box, and I felt it. This is how strong that I believed that I felt that box. That was the emotions that I had in that visualization. That is the faith that I had in that visualization. That is the part of manifestation. Why I'm laughing, because I just went back to that moment, literally talking about that now. I just went back into that moment. So when I'm telling you about the battling of when we battle these paradigm changes that we go through, this is a daily for me, because I understand even that moment was a challenge for me, because I was definitely afraid of mice. I hadn't seen a mice in, how long I've been here? 8 years. I want to say 8 years. 8 years. 8 years. And before that, I hadn't seen one probably in 30 years. I couldn't even watch them on TV. Like if I saw a mouse on TV, I could not watch it. Yeah, cartoon fine, but I could not watch it. It's so funny. I even gave the damn mouse a name. I was calling it Jerry. Like Tom and Jerry, like Jerry, come on out here. Come on out here, boy. Where you at? So it can, help me to, first of all, to catch it because it's just one little mouse and it's still running around. So right now what I'm doing is I'm moving everything out. I believe Orkin is going to come this week, the end of this week or something like that, to get it. I guess as it get cold outside, this is what happened. So we made an appointment and we got to wait. We got to wait in line for everything else. But until then, we're trying to do everything possible ourselves, but we still have to wait for Orkin to come. So I'm not going to stop living. So I'm trying to embrace and be friends with Jerry the mouse. Yes, I named it Jerry, like Tom and Jerry, Jerry the mouse. But yeah, but just that was a part of my visualization. And that's what I can just give you right now, just to show you that in real time, like literally in real time, I felt that. And that was just this past weekend, literally this past weekend. And when I say I felt it, I felt it shaking in a box that I did not have in my hand, that I was literally just telling my sister about it, visualizing it. It just started shaking in my hand. And that's when I tell you how I know how magical, how powerful that I am, that we are when it comes to that I know the power of manifestation. And that's where we truly need to start applying it. We truly need, that is what you call reticular activating system. Yes, that's what that is. So that they had my brain going on like that. Yeah. All right. So here's where gratitude comes into play. When we practice gratitude, we're acknowledging what we already have. And this creates a positive cycle of abundance in our minds where we focused on appreciation instead of lack. So gratitude is not just about saying thank you. It's about creating a mindset that naturally attracts more of what we want. So if in tuned into last week's episode the other day where we talked about, we covered gratitude in depth. So today we build on the foundation to explore how gratitude directly impacts our ability to manifest. So techniques for manifesting, let's talk about it. So practical techniques. There's a tool that we can help you to focus your energy and set clear intentions and bring your goals into reality. And here are some of my favorites. We just talked about visualization. This is one of the most powerful manifestation techniques. Visualization involves creating a vivid mental image of your goal as if it's already happening. Picture yourself achieving your dream. Feel the emotions of your joy and fulfillment and let those feelings fill you up. For added boost, consider creating a vision board with images and words that represent your goals. This keeps your dreams front and center and reminding you of where you are heading. I hate to say it, but remember my goal was to get that mouse in that box and take it on out of there. Visually, I got it and I felt it, but my fear overcame it when it shook. But that's a whole nother story. But you all understand what I'm saying in that aspect. All right. Affirmations. Like I said, we're going to continue to keep talking about affirmations. All this, it's going to be the repetitive thing, repetitive. And if you are joining our 10-day book, when I talk about repetitive, repeating things, it's definitely a part of the change, the Paragon Change Your Life series. This book thing is, man. I'm going to get into that later in this series. We're going to talk about that later, but it's very it's very important that, yeah, I just had a brain thought. Yes, we're going to talk about it. But yes, affirmation, positive statements to help reinforce your beliefs and your intentions. Every morning, I am worthy of success. I attract abundance in my life. I am open to receiving all the good the universe has to offer. And when you say it, you have to believe it. You have to have faith in it. You have to have faith in yourself. You have to believe it like it's happening right now. I am open to receiving the good what the universe has to offer. Saying these things daily, it helps you to reprogram your mind and focus on possibilities instead of limitations. So taking inspired actions. Manifestation isn't just about thinking positively. It's about aligning your actions with your intentions. This means taking steps towards your goals, even if they're small. Each action you take builds momentum and brings you closer to what you desire. Setting clear intentions. Setting clear intentions. Clarity is the key. Clarity is the key in manifestation. Ask yourself, what do I really want? And then write it down. Write down your goals with as much detail as possible. The clearer your vision, the easier it becomes to align your action and energy toward achieving it. Gratitude practices, we talked about it the other day. As we mentioned earlier, gratitude amplifies the manifestation process. When you're grateful for what you have, you are in a receptive state. You are ready to welcome even more blessings. Start or end each day by listing things that you are grateful for, or do it both. Watch how it shifts your mindset towards abundance. I encourage you to these techniques and find the ones that resonate with you. Manifestation is a personal journey, and there's no one size fits all. There isn't. If you have a manifestation practice that works for you, please share with us on our social media or in our private community page. All right? All right? All right? All right. All right, my beautiful people. Now let's move on to a listener letter that really resonated with me. And this letter is from our listener named Jessica. And Jessica writes, Dear Naomi, I love your last episode on gratitude, but I'm having trouble understanding how gratitude plays into manifesting my goals. I'm grateful for what I have, but I'm not sure how to use gratitude to bring my dreams into reality. Could you give me some guidance on this? Thank you for your inspiration. Best, Jessica. First of all, thank you for that question, Jessica. This is such a great question because gratitude can feel a little abstract when you're thinking about our dreams and goals. So here's a helpful way to look at it. Gratitude is like the foundation of a house, okay? So when you are truly grateful for what you have, you're building a strong, positive foundation that supports everything else that you want to create. Y'all see that? So one way to imply gratitude in manifestation is by being grateful for your dreams as if they're already happened. So for example, if you're manifesting a new job, you would say, I am so grateful for this amazing job that fulfills me, even if you haven't landed it yet. So by doing this, you are aligning yourself with the feeling of having already received it, which send a powerful signal to your subconscious mind into the universe. Does that make sense? That makes sense? All right. All right, so let's talk about the book. So if you're ready to take your manifestation journey even further, I want to invite you again to join us on our 10-day book challenge starting November 11th. We'll be reading Change Your Paragon, Change Your Life by Bob Proctor. It's filled with insights that align perfectly with our theme of abundant living. In this challenge, we'll cover daily reflections, practical exercises, and discussion in our private community page to help hold each other accountable. You can find this book on Amazon or in Audible, and I'll include the links in our show notes. And this is a fantastic opportunity to deepen your understanding of abundance and mindset transformation. And I can't wait to go through this journey with you all right? All right, my beautiful people. So as we wrap up today's episode, let's take a moment to recap. We discussed the importance of manifestation. We explored techniques like visualization, affirmation, inspired action, and gratitude, and even answered a listener's question about how gratitude ties into manifesting your dreams. But also, I want you to remember that the power you have to create the life that you desire. You have the power to create the life that you desire. Manifestation is a journey. And the more that you practice, the more natural that it becomes. And if you enjoyed today's episode, please subscribe, rate, review the podcast. It helps others to discover our community. Don't forget to connect with us on social media for updates, inspiration, and to share your experience. Again, thank you for joining me today on the Season of Self-Love. So until next time, keep dreaming big, stay open to possibilities, and remember that abundance is all around you. Have an amazing day. Thank you for joining us on this journey of discovery and empowerment here at the Season of Self-Love podcast. Remember, embracing self-love is a continuous journey, and we're so glad to have you with us. So if you enjoyed today's episode, please leave us a review. And don't forget to join our community on Facebook at Season of Self-Love. Connect with like-minded individuals who are also on their self-love journey. Now, if you have any questions or topics that you'd like for us to explore, we love to hear from you. Email us at seasonofselflove@gmail.com and let your voice be heard. So until next time, take a moment for yourself today and remember, you are worthy of love, joy, and all the beautiful things that life has to offer.